Let me take this out. Okay, that's why you need to be very careful. It's not working because it's outside the form. So I need to put this button inside the form, okay? So I'll copy this, put it inside the form. Yes. Forget to use break line. So if I click on submit now, it's telling me that I'm required to fill this because I I I use that attribute called required. Had it been I not use the attribute required, it will just submit a blank information. So let's say I type something here. I put something here. Okay, let's say I not put any age. And I submit. So it's telling me to enter an email. So that's why you need to be very careful while doing this. You need to put the type to be email. So it's telling me to enter an email because what I entered here is not a valid email. See, so once I submit, the age is not telling me required because I not put required there. So I'm just going to add required. Let's do something for the age. So let me put an age lesser than the one I put for the minimum. So I'll just write, let's say 13. Okay, it's not supposed to work that way. Okay, so that's for the name, the age. So now we're going to create another thing. It's not really part of HTML form, but it's also used while creating form. So it's good to have the knowledge. We're not going to call it a kind of form, but mostly it's used to select different options. So for the first one, we're going to do the radio button. So I'll come here, right? So I'll break line. Okay, before we get to that, there's another type of button. It's called button reset. I reset. So if I fill all this here, and probably I don't want what I filled, like I don't want to put anything, or maybe I made a mistake, I want to just cancel everything out. So this button reset now, if I click on it, everything will just like delete. So if I click on it now, see, everything went out. Okay, so that's for button reset. So let's go to radio buttons now. Still going to create a label. Okay, so I'll just copy this. To create a label for radio. No, maybe I want to select different kind of food, so I can just come here and write something. I use the P tag. Alright, choose hope my spelling is correct. Yes, I'm correct. Fruits. Okay, so now come label for what? Maybe I want different type of fruit bar. Apple. So this one I label for apple. So put apple here. So this type now, I'm going to write radio. Name I'll put apple. I don't need this. So I can remove this required, can be optional. I'll copy this. Paste it again. Now it's for banana. So now I have two different options to choose from. I can either choose apple or banana. So you see. So that's how the radio button works. Okay, so this type. So let's do something. I want to create a separate div class for them. create a label. Okay, see what happens now. Since I named both of them apple, I can select two different options. Like I can only select one. You see the difference? And now they're in two separate div class. So let me change this name from apple now to banana. So now I can select both of them. So if you want someone to be restricted to only one option, you can use the radio button and then you just put. So mostly it's used for gender. It's used for gender because you can either be male or female. So just come here for this one. I'll say for female. Then I'll say for male. So I'll leave this, I'll use the same name for it, female here too. So now you see that, and this is the gender now, so I'll choose either female or male. So that's for radio button. There's another one called check buttons. So it's just the same method. I'm still going to use the label and I'm still going to use input. But let's do it for better understanding. I'll just copy this. So the check button also used to select different options. Like for example, now you've seen something like forgot pass, remind me, or remember password. And let's put it in a paragraph tag. Let's just use remind me, something like that. So instead of radio, I'm going to use check box. So I'll just write remind and then I'll write remind here too.